Monday today. Friday at 12 minutes past 10 p.m. I got a phone call from one of the young people that I engage with. He just said to me that £40,000 was stolen out of his dad's house and he's about to murder the two individuals that stole it. How does a youth worker engage with the person that says that? Is it a police matter? Is it a matter that is out of our hands? These are the difficulties that many of us that work with the so-called hard to reach have to deal with. Something which is sometimes frightening, sometimes unsure. Many emotions when you engage with these type of people. So between Friday, 12 minutes past 10, Sunday, 12:15, I was in deep conversation with this individual. Hopefully, fingers crossed, he doesn't make the wrong mistake and end up killing somebody over something that, I suppose it does mean a lot to him, because £40,000 is a lot of money, and it was his father's. I just wanted to share that with you in terms of how close and how connected I am to certain individuals. With this presentation, I'm going to be giving you I'm going to give you some footage, some testimonies, and then, like I said earlier, I'm going to be asking some challenging questions that I hope you all will go home and think about, and between the circles, definitely try and challenge, because I'm just like you. I'm out there on the streets trying to engage with these young people. One of the quotes and one of the, I suppose, statements in which I live by is, I mentioned one of my mentors, Martin Glynn, who's one of the leading criminologists in the country. And when I engage with young people, I always tell myself, I don't ever judge my work based on how many young people I engage. I engage hundreds of young people, maybe thousands throughout the year. But I always judge my work based on the most disaffected young person. So I may interact with 5 disaffected young people throughout the year, and that's my 5 that I judge my work on. Why I say that is because, I don't know if you all read the program, I work for the youth service. Now, the activities which run predominantly within the youth service are very generic. A lot of it's project work, drop-in, homework club, after school, etc., etc. Some reason I've noticed the 2 years I've been working in the youth service is that the activities in which we run, the generic activities we run, is not somehow applicable to the young people in which I'm going to talk about throughout my presentation. So I never judge my work based on how many young people I engage with. I always judge my work based on the most disaffected, how I engage with that disaffected young person. For example, the young male that called me at 12 minutes past 10 on Friday, that's how I judge my work. Now, if I was effective with that young person, with that individual, that's how I base my work, and that's how I evaluate how effective I am as a practitioner. So, the question is, are young people hard to reach? Are they hard to access? Are they hard to identify? Or are they silent or invisible? Or are they both? I'll say that again. Are young people hard to reach, hard to access, hard to identify? Or are they silent or invisible? Or both? Who am I? I'm many things. I'm a youth worker, I'm a father, I'm a man of faith, I'm an activist, I'm a cultural broker, I'm an academic, a community person and a family member. So I'm many different things. I won't be in one category at any time. Like many of you, some of you are mothers, some of you are friends, some of you are sisters. At any given time you can be anything at different times. So the question I always ask is, how do the young people we serve validate themselves, and how do we validate them? Something that I always ask myself, and I think something that you all should put down in your notebooks. So how do young people we serve validate themselves, and how do we validate them? I have a confusion in which I say sometimes of exactly what I am. Am I a youth worker, or am I a person that works with youth? Through my experience and the type of work that I do, For me, I see a difference. I say working for the youth service, I am a youth worker, traditional youth worker, coming out of De Montfort University with a degree, having the skills that's been taught by Mary, etc., etc. All of those skills and all of those lessons was what a traditional youth worker tells me to do. When I got to my centre and I was working and engaging with the types of young people there, somehow all of that had to go out the window because it was not working. So for me that was like, wow, how then do I engage? So like I said, I went on a journey, and the journey took me from many different angles. One of the things that I tried to illustrate was, Carlton always talks about creating spaces, and I came up with a program in which allows young people to allow their voices to be heard. So I started a project called Real Talk, and basically I was engaging with some of the most disaffected young males in our city of Birmingham, and I was bringing them into a comfortable space where they was able to discuss and vent off some of the issues in which they had. It's quite successful. The difficulty, once again, is that most of you guys will be aware of that when you work for some of these statutory organisations, is that a lot of the focus-based work is sometimes very minimal. It normally lasts for maybe a duration of weeks, whereas the generic stuff is ongoing and it's every day. So my focus was more towards the focus-based work, but for some reason it wasn't clicking, and I got disheartened with my stance as a youth worker. So that's who I am. So I'm mostly faceted. I'm a different person at different times. I do different things. I'm not traditional. I'm not put into a category of this is exactly what Craig is. So this is my position. My position is contemporary youth work must engage with and listen and act on the ongoing narrative of urban disaffection. I'll say that again. Contemporary youth work must engage with, listen and act on the ongoing narrative of urban disaffection. Youth work can no longer define its boundaries with limited and outdated ways of delivering contemporary youth work. And that's my position. Every time I go to work in the morning, that is my position. Wherever I am in terms of location, that is my position. I want to do a little activity with you guys. Could you put down the laptop? What I need you all to do is close your eyes. Close your eyes. I want to take you on a little journey. Everybody close their eyes. I need to be really comfortable right now. Everybody close their eyes. Right. I want you to imagine you are on holiday. Pick a country anywhere you want. Pick a country. Right, you're sitting on the beach. It's hot. Sun is on your face. You're feeling nice. It's nice and calm. Now, I'm going to count down from 10. So put yourself in a position of a beautiful place right now. And I want to count down from 10, and then I want you all to open your eyes. I will count. So imagine you're in that beautiful place. You're calm. You're breathing in and out slowly. You can hear the birds. You can hear the children playing. You can hear the waves. It's so hot, so warm. 10, 9.
Oh my God.
You see that feeling right there? That is the scream of a mother that's been crying because their son's got shot. That scream there is the sound of a gang member saying he wants to get out but he doesn't know how. That scream there speaks to the young person that is amongst his friends and is feeling pressure to do something he doesn't want to do. That scream there is of all the young people that you guys will engage with at some point. That scream there is a young girl saying, what do I do? Where do I go? That scream there is all the young people that are saying, where are these youth workers that say they want to engage with us? That scream there is somebody that's doing 25 years or 35 years for a murder that he did not want to do. And it also is the numbness of the young people that we engage with, because a lot of them are desensitized to these emotions. So they see crime, they see murder, they see robbery, they see many things, so it becomes almost normal, but it's not normal. I got a statement from another mentor of mine, Raymond Douglas, who's the National Coordinator for Anti-Violence. And he said to a group of practitioners that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. That's how many young people have died around the UK, to guns, to knives, to gang violence, people being in the wrong place at the wrong time. So that's how real it is in terms of our youth. Now, many of us work for voluntary organisations, many of us work for statutory organisations such as the youth service, social services, etc. But knife crime is on the rise, people are getting shot, very frequent. So where are we? Where the hell are we? How do we make accountable for what we get paid at the end of the year? Our young people are dying out there. Our young women are getting tamed into these types of activities as well. And this is the reality of what we're living in. So are you awake? There has to be something wrong. You have to think that the job that you do, is it speaking to the young people out there? That's 33 people. That's 33 people that could be your sister. It could be your son, it could be your son's best friend, it could be your cousin. And we cannot think that it's an issue that is something that's just in the inner city and it's a 10% thing, because that 10% has a major influence on the 20%, 30%, 40, 50, etc., etc. Look at America. America's far away from here. However, the influence of America in terms of videos, in terms of music, in terms of all of these other things have an impact on our young people. So if certain environments produce certain things from certain inner cities, we have to start thinking that our young people, the young people we engage with, may be in that percentage, in 10%, and it will become an epidemic when it turns to 20% and 30%, and it will end up like a place like Philadelphia or Compton in Los Angeles, where we hear 15 young people just die on the weekend for absolutely nothing, just for wearing a collar in the wrong place at the wrong time. We have hope. We have hope, and it's only you guys and us that can make that change. I want to show you now some testimonies of some of the young people I engage with. Quite interesting enough, a few of those guys have... I started recording in December, so it's February, so it's not that long, it's not a long time. A couple of the individuals on there have done some crazy things. Some of them have pleaded guilty, some of them will be looking long sentences from previous things that have done in the past and being recalled. Some of these guys are very active in terms of gang membership and the young people that they're around. Who heard of the shooting that was in Bullring on Boxing Day? Well, young people, that was their friend that got shot on that day, are the young people that I'll be engaging. I won't be talking about that in particular, but I will be illustrating some of the views that they have and the way that they see. So, in terms of the type of young people that I'm speaking about, these are the hard to reach, so-called hard to reach. I say they're not hard to reach because they just live 10 minutes away from the youth centre. They all stand 5 minutes away from the youth centre. They never come into the youth centre, but they're all 5 minutes away, so they're not hard to reach. Some of these guys will speak to you guys as youth workers, they'll speak to me in what they want. And I just want you guys to hear some of the things, and I want you to really focus. It lasts about 8-9 minutes long. Like I said, there's different captions, which is going to be difficult to get all of the information, but if you can just think, you can just think about each one, and if you want to just start noting some things down, that would be great. Okay? You want to turn off the light?